If you told someone just months ago that the Pittsburgh Steelers would be in range to trade up for one of the top quarterbacks in this year's draft, they probably would have laughed at you. And regardless of what happens with Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers have to find their quarterback of the future sometime soon, and it could be one of the top passers in this year's draft. Hey everyone, Rob Gregson of A to Z Sports Pittsburgh, and today we're going to discuss the idea of Shedeur Sanders in the black and gold. That's right, a name that everyone in football knows that just a few months ago was being discussed as potentially the top pick in the NFL draft. You're sitting here and asking yourself, well, how is it possible that he falls to the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, recently we have seen in mock drafts that Shedeur is falling. Beyond that, we have seen in mock drafts from A to Z Sports that Shedeur Sanders could be a valuable trade-up candidate for the Steelers. And to be clear, while there's been a lot of smoke on whether or not the Steelers would even take a quarterback in round one, Adam Schefter recently came out and said that the Pittsburgh Steelers would consider Shedeur Sanders should he fall in the NFL draft. And quite frankly, they would have to. While I'm not the biggest fan because he doesn't have any elite trait, he's not physically impressive really with anything he does have the mold of a Steelers quarterback. We know Mike Tomlin loves what? Championship pedigree, bloodlines, DNA, leadership. These are all qualities that Shedeur Sanders has in spades. Yeah, he's not the most mobile. Sure, he doesn't have the biggest arm, but he's accurate, he's poised, and he's as tough as nails. All of that sells for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not to mention the fact that, yeah, he's the son of one of the greatest players to ever play in the NFL. All of that is sure to win over head coach Mike Tomlin. So, yeah, if the team is anywhere close to Shedeur Sanders on draft night, if he makes it past the New Orleans Saints at 9th overall, and suddenly the Pittsburgh Steelers have a clear shot at trading up to get him, there's a real possibility that that happens. If by some miracle he falls all the way to 21, you would be shocked to see the Pittsburgh Steelers pass on Shedeur Sanders at that point. So it's time to start talking about Sanders to Pittsburgh as a real possibility. And that's regardless of whatever Aaron Rodgers decides at this point. Because if the Pittsburgh Steelers think they can find their quarterback of the future in this draft and Shedeur Sanders is within striking range, expect them to do just that.